Are these old Baker 7s just as good as the new ones? Let's find out. What is going on, everybody? Nathan here with the Everyday Drinker, but he has a brand new video. This video today would not be possible if it wasn't for my amazing Patreon community. So I gotta send a thanks to all of the guys over there that helped put this bad boy together. We've got 4 different bottles of Baker's 7 bourbon on the bar top that we're gonna blind to see which one comes out on top. One of my patrons, Mark, found this bottle of this old Baker's 7. That's right, this was what Baker's 7 used to look like. He found it at the local liquor store. I think he said for like 65 bucks. We all said that is a must get. But what I didn't know he wanted to do was see what my initial reaction was of this compared to what the new Baker 7 looks like and what it tastes like. So he sent this uncracked to me. I am the first one trying this, and we're gonna find out just how well it holds up against an 8-year, 1-month Baker 7. We've also got a sample from my lovely Patreon Paulo, an 8-year, 10-month Baker's 7. And then from Adam, we've got the newer Bakers, the High Rye, the Baker 7 High Rye 7-year, 6-month. All 4 of them poured in the glasses. This is gonna be completely blind. Hope you guys enjoy this one. If you do, make sure you drop that like, smash that subscribe button. Let me know down below what your favorite Baker's 7 is in the comment section. But let's start with glass letter A. Super nutty. These are Beam products. They're gonna be nutty. They're gonna be peanutty. They're gonna be dry. They're gonna have a little bit of a woody note to them. It's just, what are those subtle differences, right? These two right here, about almost a year difference in them. These 2 bottles here, I think, have almost like 6 years of difference of like when they were bottled, right? This, I think, was a 2019 produced bottle. This was a 2023. So here we go. Super nutty, a really nice sweetness. Reminds me, the proof of this does not come through on it. It does have a very nice softness. It's got a traditional Beam nose. But it does smell almost a little bit more cinnamony than a lot of other offerings. Let's get into the palate. Herbal, earthy, not as nutty as I was expecting it to be from the nose onto the palate. Still good, almost has a little bit more of like a black tea kind of vibe to it. It's good, it's darker, maybe a little bit more rich than what I was expecting it to be on the nose, but A's good, not great. Let's get into glass letter B here. Oh, much brighter, much brighter. Not as nutty on the nose as A. More of like a caramel sweetness. Some vanilla notes. I get a little bit more of a proof punch on the nose from on B than A. Honey notes, really nice, really nice. Softer, not as pungent as glass A. Let's get in the palate. It's really nice. It's got some really nice oak presence. Sweeter oak, a little darker, a little denser, maybe a touch richer. I don't know if it's like sweeter, but it's not as, A had a little bit of an off-putting note to it. B doesn't have that. I think B might be a little bit more pleasant on the palate. A had a little bit of a burn. B does not have any burn to it whatsoever. It's very soft. It is oily and viscous. B has a little bit more of that nutty, traditional vibe going on for it. I do think I like B a little bit more right off of the bat. So let's bring this bad boy over, send A over, and let's move on to letter C. The very first initial thing I got off of this was like Big League Chew bubblegum. A touch of a grape note. This is not your traditional Baker's or Beam offering of a nose. Much different. Dry, sweet, light fruit notes. I'm not finding that nuttiness that you would traditionally find. Maybe there on the tail end of that nosing. I like this because it's a lot more like, there's a lot more going on for it rather than what you would traditionally find on a baker's offering. Let's get into the palate. That is a really good sip. It coats everything. It brings in a lot of sweetness, a lot of nuttiness on the palate that was not there on the nose. But it's not your traditional bean, like dry peanuts. I'm getting almost like cashews or walnuts or something a little bit more, a little bit more of a softer kind of like nutty experience on this. I like it. I like C a lot. Let's get in one more sip, actually. Yeah, C is beautiful. I think that it's definitely better than A. I don't know if it's better than B. That's what, what we do when we go back through these to decipher what is what and what is better. Let's move on to the last glass here and get into letter D here. I'm surprised to see how different all of these are. Now, obviously, these are going to be a little bit different because they're going to be different barrels. They're going to be different ages. They're going to be coming from different areas and things like that. Obviously this is a much older bottle compared to, the newer release, the Baker 7 High Rye. Much, much different. But I thought that they would be somewhat of the same, but they're not. And I'm happy about that because, that just goes to show that you can find some differences in the same thing, and I'm happy about that for sure. This nose is very, very sweet. It's very sweet. Like confectionery sugar kind of sweet. Coffee cake notes. Crumb cakes. Vanilla icing. Much different vibe on letter D than the first three. I like the nose on D. I don't know if it's the best nose, but I do like it a lot. I like it a lot. Let's get in the palate. This kind of does round into a very, very traditional bean profile. It's sweet, it's nutty, it's caramel. It's got a little bit of a butterscotchy note going on through with it that comes through with a little bit more of a vanilla punch on the back end. A little bit of that black tea note comes through, but it's not as medicinally as letter A was. It's a little bit more sweet, enjoyable, maybe like a fresh brewed black tea. Maybe a little touch of a dark chocolatey note that comes in on this one as well. All four of these, like I said, on the nose were different and on the palate are very different as well. And I really do appreciate that a lot. Man, I don't know what the differences are on A and D. These two might be leaps and bounds just a little bit better than these two, but that's where we're going to go into, and we're going to fast forward through this, and I'll see you guys on the other side on which one we have in first place. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we have our final order, and this was really, really difficult. A just had this little bit of an off-putting note that I just couldn't get past. A little bit too medicinal. The black tea note that I was getting was always there, but it came through as a bitter black tea note. D was good. It wasn't your traditional beam, palate. The nose was there. The palate was good, but it kind of tailed into a little bit more of too sweet of what I was expecting, whereas these two here, B and C, I was going back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, and I just didn't know which one I wanted to have come out on top. And what B had that C didn't was a little bit more of a refined nose. The nose transferred into the palate a little bit more than C. C's nose was a little bit different, and when I went into the palate, it kind of didn't follow through, and that's why I decided to put B ahead of C, because the experience from the nose into the palate was through and through a little bit more less roller coasty, if you might say. So we're gonna find out what each one of these are right here, right now. Make sure you guys drop that like, smash that subscribe, leave that comment down below. Check that link out down below for the Patreon. We got fun things coming out that you don't want to miss, including some barrel picks. So letter A in 4th place, we had, all right, that's the High Rye. As you guys can see there, I had an arrow with the letter, with the word rye. So High Rye came in 4th place, which was this one right here. Sorry, Adam, but High Rye just didn't have the cojones to hold up. Letter D, onto the podium in 3rd place. We had, wow, okay, the 8 years and 10 months. That was the sample from Paulo. So that means that, you know, my bottle or Mark's bottle got 1st place. This was an 8-year, 1-month pick. Barreled on 01/2014, and these old Baker's bottles, look at these things, man. They are gorgeous. I love these bottles a lot. The back of the bottle is cool. It's a traditional like Booker's or you know, little book bottle that they were using, and then I don't know why they decided to change it up and go with these bottles, but hey, it is what it is. But let's find out what came in 1st place right now. That's where everybody wants to know, because we don't care about 2nd place. In 1st place, we had letter B, and the winner goes to, oh, okay, the old, as you guys can see, I wrote down the old Bakers, and we had in 2nd place letter C, the 8-year, 1 month. So there you have it. All right, Mark, what do you want for this bottle? Mark, you got a good bottle right there. You're gonna enjoy this one, and I'm very excited for you to enjoy this one because it's a darn good one. Let me know in the comments below if you have an old Baker's 7 bottle and if you prefer the old bottling over the new. Down in the comments below as well. But I hope you guys enjoyed this one. Until next time, this has been Nathan with The Everyday Drinker. Cheers.